What's up, guys? This is part 5 in my pulling mechanics series, and as far as I know, this is going to be the last one before I move on to the press. But today we're going to be talking about the second pull. Now, I'm super sweaty and gross. It's very humid today, so please bear with me. I'm going to try not to pass out during this video. Now, from the very start, I wanted to do a video on the second pull, and it's because I think it's the most nuanced topic in terms of the pull for weightlifting. The reason I say that is because a lot of lifters start their second pull at different times. So you see a lot of Chinese lifters, for example, right when the bar passes the knee, they start to shift back, open the hips, and extend through. Whereas you see more Russian lifters, they stay over the bar a lot longer. You have an athlete like Tarakti, where he stands all the way up, he almost gets his legs straight, and he pops his hips into the bar and then drops under. My very first weightlifting coach would tell me to begin the second pull around mid-thigh. So what he would tell me to do is keep a nice tight back, drive with the legs from the floor up to mid-thigh while keeping the bar close at the same time. And then once I hit mid-thigh, start to shift back, open the hips, and finish with the legs. Despite him telling me this, I noticed that a lot of international lifters did it differently, and I was very confused by this. Earlier today, I was reading an article on Travis Mash's website. I forgot who it was written by, but in the article it said, the goal is to stay with the first pull as long as you can. The reason he believes this is the correct technique is so that you can get more of a hamstring stretch on the way up, so you can take advantage of a stretch reflex, and so that the quads can drive into the ground as long as possible. Now, there's a couple problems with this cue. Problem number one is, if you stay into the first pull as long as you possibly can, what's gonna happen is you're gonna stand up all the way, you're gonna still be over the bar, and your legs are gonna be locked. And all you can do is either swing your back open to then drive the bar, but you're just giving it a lot of horizontal momentum. Or the other thing you can do is throw your hips into the bar, which is also going to give you a ton of horizontal momentum, and it's going to make you jump forward. Travis Mash has some very good athletes. He knows what he's talking about, so I imagine he already is aware of this. So that means there probably is a better cue to use when explaining the technique to someone. So the point of this video should be me telling you when to start the second pull, right? Unfortunately, I cannot give you a straight answer. It depends. And the closest you can really get is my coach's cue, which is to begin the second pull at mid-thigh. I know damn well I shouldn't be standing up all the way because once my legs are straight, I can't get any leg drive. And you know this by doing the high hang variation of the snatch or the clean. When you do a high hang, if you lean over the bar a ton and then try and extend, you get zero leg drive. So what a lot of people do when they do the high hang movements is they just dip down, bend the knees, keep their torso angle about straight up and down, and then extend with the legs, and you generate a ton of power through your legs. So once again, the answer is it depends. It depends on your leverages. Lifters with shorter limb lengths are probably gonna have to start extending a little bit sooner, and we can use the Chinese as a case study for that, and then longer limbed lifters have to stay over the bar a little bit longer. A lot of it is timing, right? So you are always trying to stand up with the legs throughout the pull. At one point, you have to start shifting back. However long that takes, whatever gets you into the power position is when you should begin that second pull. And let me explain that a different way because I'm sure that can come off a little confusing. You always want to end up in that power position where your torso is relatively straight up and down, your knees are bent, and then you extend through and drop under the bar, kind of like a high hang or a dip clean / snatch. If you wait too long to begin the second pull, as in opening the back angle, opening the hips, then what's going to happen is your power position is going to have your shoulders too far over the bar, and then you get a little bit less leg drive. If you start the second pull too early, what's going to happen is you're going to get too far behind the bar with your legs still bent, and then you're either going to really arch angel, kind of like John North's cue, which isn't a good cue to be honest. You're gonna arch angel, you're gonna get all this horizontal momentum, and then you're gonna have to throw your upper body through just to land in a good position. So you're not really generating as much vertical force, a lot of it becomes horizontal. If you time the second pull correctly, you'll end up in this nice extended position where your body's straight up and down. You can extend, give the bar some height, and then drop straight under the bar. And this conversation can very quickly shift into triple extension versus catapult. which also isn't really a thing, I'm gonna stay away from triple extension catapult. It's not a good conversation to have, and it's not valuable to anybody. Last thing I wanna mention in regards to this is that you may have some overlying problems with your lifts that can be addressed by changing when you begin your second pull. So let's say you do jump forward very consistently, you could be staying over the bar too long, therefore forcing you to throw your hips into the bar and make you jump forward. That's something you have to figure out yourself, or have a coach watch your lifts to figure out. Record your lifts, watch what happens with your feet, your hips, the bar, etc. And then from there, you can decide whether the issue is second pull related or something else. All right, it's slowly starting to get dark out and it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was valuable for you. I hope you learned something. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to answer them or have a discussion with you about it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more stuff like this. As I said at the beginning, this is probably going to be the last video in my pulling series, and the next series is going to be pressing. So hopefully you'll be interested in that. I will see you guys in the next one.